So this is the guide on how to use the login template, and this template is applicable for any application. It can be a web application or SAP or desktop application. So here I have the template open, and then the first step is to indicate our application. And then now in this pick activity, I have two branches. The branch on the left is the one that handles the already logged in scenario, because sometimes when you open the application, it's already logged in. So we will configure this branch first. Firstly, we expand this branch, expand this check app state activity, and then we have to indicate an element that shows the application is already logged in. So now I'm going to manually log in first. And now we can capture an element that shows the application is already logged in. So I will just capture this user options button. And now we have finished configuring this branch. Then I can move on to the next branch. This one handles the not logged in scenario. So first we expand this branch. And then in the check app state activity, we have to capture an element that shows that the application is not logged in. So I will manually log out first. And then now I can capture an element that shows application is not logged in, such as this login button here. Now we can move on to the next step, which is to capture the elements for the username and password fields. Next, I will capture the password field. And finally, I will capture the login button. So now we have to configure the scenarios that come after clicking the login button. The three most common scenarios are login success, password failed, and password expired. So now I will go and configure each of these scenarios. So if you expand this pick activity, you will see the three scenarios here. Then I will go and configure the login success scenario first. So we expand this branch, and then we have to capture an element that shows the login is successful. And then I will capture the user options button like I did last time. Next, I will configure the branch for wrong password. So I'll manually log out and simulate the wrong password scenario. And then I will expand this branch and capture an element that indicates that the password is wrong. And then finally, we can configure the branch for password expired. As the application I'm using now does not have such a scenario, I can go ahead and delete this branch. You can see that all the actions corresponding to each different scenario has been configured for you. So let's say the login is successful. Then the bot will output login successful. And let's say the password is wrong. Then the bot will output wrong password and it will throw a business rule exception. So now we are ready to run this template. So it has finished running, and as you can see, it has output login successful. Now I'm going to run the second. Now that I've already logged into the now that Now that I have already logged into the application, I will simulate the second scenario, which is the application is already logged in. Now I will go ahead and run the second scenario. This time the bot is already logged in. Now I will run the bot again. This time the application is already logged in. So as you can see, it output already logged in. Finally, I will simulate the password wrong scenario. As you can see, it threw a business exception with the message password wrong.